Okay, watch the job they do here. Watch the way they pass, pass back, and then move, right? Pass back and then move. Give and then go. And then on defense, watch the way that they pass to the outside, right? And notice the speed. These girls are fast. Just a really, really good game, and they played like a team. I'm really proud of them. Look at finding the open person. Notice how they're keeping their heads up at all times. That's why they're finding each other. It's key to keep your head up, and we've been working a lot on that in practice, and so it really, really paid off. And here we're moving back a little too much on D, giving them a little too much room. We need to be a little closer to the forwards as they move ahead, and not give them too much space. But notice again, we try to get it to the outside. Here we get it to the outside, and then once we get it to the outside, eventually we want to wind up back in the middle on the offense in order to score. And one thing that we kept on doing is we kept sending it. What is, you hear me say sending it, screaming send it, or send her, or whatever the heck I'm yelling. This is an example in just a second, right? So here we're going to try to kick it through so that way our wings, our forwards, can then pick up the speed and catch up to the ball. So in other words, on offense, we do try to pass right to the person, but a lot of times it makes more sense to pass in front of them and have them catch up to the ball. Here, notice down the line on throw-ins, we always try to go down the line, and that way there's little room to get the ball taken away. And here, nice D, boom, we stop it, right? Notice how we push them to the outside, right? We're on the inside, let them go outside, and very, very little room for them to maneuver when that happens, okay? And nice hustle, right? Nice hustle, nice coverage here. Girls moving around, trying to find who's open, and again, overall, nice job. And here, in just a second, we're going to send Jenna, right? Notice Jenna, she's getting ready. She's not going off sides, and so that's important too. And again, great development, I think, from last year. I mean, we did have a couple of offside calls this time, but overall, that's going to happen in soccer. I mean, we can't have a perfect game, but we were pretty close to it as far as that goes. And notice nice pullback there, right? Not just dribbling ahead, but pulling it back. And let's see, my camera work is pretty bad. Sorry about that. And here, I think this is where we really send it, right? Boom. Notice that pass ahead of Allie. That way Allie can use her speed, takes off, and then eventually back in the middle, and boom. Sure enough, I think this is where we score. Goal. Of course, a better cameraman would have captured that and would have captured what happens afterwards. But what are you going to do? Oops. Stop right there. Okay, I think we're back. All right. Notice in the second half they came out really, really strong right away. Not much bunching up, and look at that. Even right there, notice how they're all spread out. That's nice. That's really, really nice. And notice how much they're hustling as well. So again, all these little things that really do add up and make a huge difference in a game, which I thought we dominated. This is where we sent Jenna. We just sent her. Boom. Down the line, and we almost got one punched in there, okay? And notice they're all running back too, okay? And so that's also another huge plus. This right here, what's going on? Oh, Camilla, you almost got her. You almost got her. Ran into her by accident, but it looked like you tackled her. I give you a lot of credit for trying so hard. A lot of running around. And again, trying to push to the outside on D, which is great. What we mean by that is having even your body facing the sideline more than facing the player, right? So shoulders aren't square to the player, but somewhat facing whatever sideline you want to push him to. And the same with your footwork, right? Footwork isn't lined up parallel to their shoulders, but instead it's kind of, you got one foot in front of the other. Let's see what we're trying to do here. Oh, this is where we're going to send it again. Watch this. Watch this. Bam. There you go. Send it in front, and sure enough, we got the speed. Now there we're offsides. It's not a big deal. That's going to happen. And considering that this is only the second season with offsides, think about it. They got called only a couple of times, and were offsides only a couple of times. And one of those wasn't offsides. They were calling offsides fairly regularly yesterday, even when it was really close. Here, I didn't even follow the camera because I'm looking at watching the game. But again, just dominating. And notice how we're right in front of it right there, right? No room to breathe, no room to breathe. And that's why I like my defenders up front. Now, when we have the defenders up high, we do run the risk of having them punch one in and they having them run and on their own and kind of a solo fast break. But the thing is, I believe we have enough speed that we can make up for it. Every now and then we're going to get burned on that. That's okay, but I think that's a better practice than having someone waiting in the back for them, waiting for them to try to score. Okay, I'd rather be more aggressive. So that's my philosophy. And notice we get it right away. Okay, if it goes out of bounds, we're ready for it. Okay, we've talked about that. A little movement on the side and throwing it down the line. That's what we want to do. And again, sending it, right? Recognizing nice